Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. We got a pretty cool unboxing. This one is from DC Collectibles. They hooked us up with this statue. Now, this is the DC Bombshells Raven statue out this week from DC Collectibles. You'll be able to find it in toys, comics, and collectible shops all across the country. Now, for those who don't know, the DC Comics Bombshells line was started in about 2011 when DC found Ant Lucia's prints, taking popular DC women and putting them into that pin-up rockabilly kind of culture and style of 1940s. It's got a really great sensibility about it and has been done in toys, comics, statues, pretty much runs the gamut at this point, posters, whatever you want. Now, I'm a huge fan of the aesthetic and the style. I think it's really, really cool. Own some posters, own, of course, the comics. The statue, DC Collectibles hooked us up, and we got toys that we're going to be looking up as well. Now, the statue is limited to 5,200 of them, and it retails for about 100 to 125. The statue line started in 2013, and has some, various releases coming out this year. So the bombshell statue you can see right away. I mean, it's an awesome aesthetic, really, really cool design. Takes Raven and puts her in that, redone classic look. They have not just kind of normal re-envisionings of these characters, but there's also special ones of like Halloween and Christmas versions of the characters as well, done up in that pin-up bombshell sort of style. So we're going to open this up, we're going to show it off. Now, it's about 10¼ inches high. As I said, designed by Ant Lucia and then sculpted by Tim Miller, who's done a lot of these statues for this line. So if you want to know what number you got, the number is inside the box. Try to be very careful with this, since, it is a statue, and I don't want to jack it up. I like things coming out to be pretty solid. And this thing is, we've had a couple statues we opened up on video, and DC does a fantastic job of packaging. I've yet to have any issues at all. I've ran a comic book shop for years, and I rarely run into problems with statues as a whole. But so far, I've noticed none at all with the few that we've had. Alright. That's why this one is really heavy, because they hide the base in the front, which is actually pretty cool. If you ask me. Alright, so the base is actually in the front of that. I get very nervous with these things, so you're going to have to excuse me while I take my time and be very careful to make sure I do not damage the figure at all. Alright, so let's go take a quick look at the figure. The first things that stand out at me is the translucent of the cape and the flame in Raven's hands. This isn't actually really totally solid as far as colors. It's absolutely gorgeous, amazing, something I was not expecting at all with the figure. You can see it somewhat here with the light coming through, that you can actually see almost clearly through the cape of the figure. That's really absolutely amazing, really cool design, gorgeous choice. Like, that's absolutely amazing, fantastic, beautiful choice as far as design of the figure. The sculpt itself, absolutely love. It's a really cool design. She's not standing up. Looks like she's floating in the air. Her cape is, of course, holding her down. We also have the translucent flame in her hand as well. Kind of emphasizes the cape, which is noticeable, subtle, just super well done. Coloring wise, we can see there's a little bit of coloring issue around her hip with this gold piece, but it's not that bad. It's just like a fleck. But even then, it's literally a fleck. The lines look really good, well done. They're straight. They're slightly indented to them, so there's some slight detail to it. Actually, I don't think it's no, there's a fleck. There's like a slight fleck right there. Around the kind of the brooch or whatever that holds up the cape. I actually like kind of the off-centeredness. It's not quite perfect, which I think it stands out to me. Let's see what else. I mean, again, the lines look absolutely great. Her face looks top-notch. There's nothing really odd there. The detail with the eyes and the eyebrows are solid. The eyelashes are great, painted on without much issue at all, and there's none at all. It's flawless, and the earrings stand out a little as well, so they're slightly raised as they should be. Overall, I'm really, really impressed with the figure, and we'll go in and get, I think, some closer look so you can kind of see the cape, the translucent nature of it. You can see my finger behind it, of how clear it is. And what's really nice is that it generally moves from like really translucent to the edge and then not as translucent towards the middle where it's bunched up as you'd expect it with her body, where her body would be. So there's this level of detail that's absolutely amazing. Of course, we've got the stockings on the legs. The stockings are actually 3D. There's like a slight raise to them as far as the pattern going all the way down. It's actually, it's not painted on. It's actually stockings on the figure itself. Like, these are actually stockings put on, which is pretty damn cool. You can kind of see it move, which is really nice. It's pretty cool. And then as far as the rest of the detail, you can get some viewing there. I mean, overall, I'm just utterly impressed. I think the detail on this is absolutely amazing. I'm blown away by the figure. I've seen a lot of these statues out there. This one, I think, is the best so far. I mean, the use of the translucent pieces are really inspired, really neat, well done. It's just, I think, to a level that is very impressive. And yeah, I mean, if you are into the DC Comics Bombshells, this is something that you should definitely check out when it gets out, released this week. Again, all right, if you want to really talk about detail, let's see if we can get, how close we can get this. Something I just noticed, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a gap between her shoulders and the cape, and even the cape going around her shoulders in the front. So, yeah, you can kind of see it, which just kind of shows that this isn't just like layered on or painted on or whatever. There's actually a lot of depth to the statue, which I think is absolutely, you can see it there in the back pretty well as far as the cape, how it kind of goes out and adds a little depth to it. So it feels natural, like, and all this feels really, really like you would expect it to sit on a real person, which is what I'm kind of looking for in a statue of this nature and quality. So that, yeah, if you are into the DC Comics Bombshell, I think this is a must-get to your collection. It's absolutely gorgeous, absolutely fantastic. Level details, unreal. Seen a lot of these statues, and I think this one is probably my favorite of the bunch, just because of the choice as far as the translucent cape, that the way the cape kind of drapes around the shoulders, the translucent fire in her hand, and then the kind of inspired pose of her floating in the air. I think all that added together is, well, one hell of a statue that's impressive, beyond impressive. If you want to get your own, we've got some links beneath this video. Some of them are affiliate links, so we'll get a small percentage of your purchase, but not all of them. And yeah, by purchasing, you do help support our site. I want to say again, thank you, DC Collectibles, for hooking us up with this statue. If you're into DC Comics Bombshells, DC Comics, or Raven, you should go check us out every single day at Graphic Policy Television, or Graphic Policy. You can find us at graphicpolicy.com, on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Twitter, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, as always, thank you for watching, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.